Hello, 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 hello. I'm Lynn Browder, and I have a son, Owen, who is 11 and has autism, and we paint together. He helps me paint the backgrounds of our paintings, and then I paint the rest. So, y'all, you know what I'm gonna say if you've watched before. Can you guess? I paint a lot of flowers. I am painting flowers. I'm gonna do something a little different tonight, though, I think. I'm doing more kind of like individual flowers, like, well, I shouldn't say they're individual, but not as much of a bunch, I think. So that's my story, and I think I'm sticking to it. Oh, we just laugh. It's okay. I think I'm gonna just kind of put some random flowers around and see where we get. And I have a feeling it's probably gonna end up looking like a bunch. Could anyone else guess that? I bet. But we'll see. We will see what happens. I'm trying to branch out a little bit, as I've stated. And so I'm trying to kind of do a little different style when I'm painting. And see what happens. But you know how that goes. So I'm gonna leave that one drying for a moment. And if you've watched before, you know that I generally I paint sometimes with my second paintbrush when I'm doing like this, the stuff down here. But generally when I'm making the flowers, I use one paintbrush because I like how the colors like all blend together, and then like you can see, I wanted to say like a couple more times, the orange kind of in this one, because I didn't I almost said erase it off I should really do this before midnight, a little earlier, so I might have a little more of my brain, not much more, but maybe a little. I'm telling you, I said this was probably not gonna be ending up being some individual flowers. It's gonna be more like a bunch before we're over. I'm telling you, but I could pretend. I feel like I'm not gonna have like 5 isn't gonna be what I want, but we'll see. I'm just kind of making some flowers here. We're just making some flowers. Just making some flowers, folks. That's what we're doing. We're just making some flowers. I feel like they're all disjointed in color and everything at this point. But I feel like that a lot when I'm painting, so we just keep going. But I have a feeling that it's not going to be the random flowers that I was thinking they were going to be. I'm just not in the mood to not make a bunch. I'm telling you, that's the way the ball bounces. I have a right to change my mind 1,000,000 times over. Oh, I had a much better day today than I did yesterday. Yesterday was just so, Owen had a good day, but his day, it made my day better, but it was not, it just was, there was a lot, a lot going on yesterday. So, today was a much better day, and he had a good day, and that makes me that much happier when he has a great day. So we went to one of his therapy sessions, and then we went out to dinner with my parents, his grandparents, and he enjoyed it. He was very well behaved and listened and everything, and that's not always, it's more so the case now that he's a little bit older, but some days he still has a hard time with being out to dinner and doing, it's a lot and overwhelming for him to be in other places sometimes. So he handled it well today, and he enjoyed his dinner and the time we had. So that was nice. And he now wants to go trick-or-treating a lot. And I'm excited about this, but it's also like having to find like all the places that we can go trick-or-treating, or even pretend trick-or-treating, which we are going to attempt to pretend trick-or-treat tomorrow. And it's not even that he really, like, he wants to go door to door, but he wants like the trunk or treats, and he wants to just dress up in his costume. So there's a place that is near here that has tractors that have let him sit on them before and everything. So I think that will make him extremely happy to go in his costume and sit on this tractor and tell them that he is trick-or-treating. I've checked with them before on different things, and I will certainly check on this with them again to make sure that's okay with them. But from everything that we've done before, and they have been very welcoming to us and helping and talking to my son and showing him different equipment and different things. So I do not think that it will be an issue for us to go in his Halloween costume. But, I like to check just to make sure, because it is a place of business and they, have their rules and regulations. So we shall see, as they say. I don't know who it is that says that besides everybody, and some people don't like it. But that's okay. I don't know why I say it so much, but I do. See, I told you. What did I tell you? What did I tell ya? This is a bunch of flowers. A bunch of flowers. It was not gonna be a bunch of flowers, but here it is. It's a bunch of flowers. Now I'm just gonna kind of fill in some stuff because we have created a bunch of flowers. So now it's gonna be changing into a true dedicated bunch of flowers with colors and fillers and fun. See, you just, when one thing changes, you just adapt. just adapt. Just go with the flow. So that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna change. And that's how you go from having what you think is going to be one flower to what then happens to be a whole bunch of flowers that have nothing to do with each other. So, you know, it's okay. We will survive and improvise quite often. All right, I think that's what we're gonna do, and just let it be. That's it. Maybe I should do a few more little, like, you know, to at least like represent. I could do a couple leaf type things to maybe add some extra flair. Maybe some up here. And then guess what? It's just a bunch of flowers like all the other times. Hey, if you can't laugh at yourself. O for Owen, because he is the foundation of what I paint. And then L and B. So these were the colors, and I will flatten this out to, oops, I'm gonna make a mess. I make paint blob jewelry. That's what I call it, the fancy term. And that's what it is. So I thank you for watching and being a part of our day. Have a great rest of your evening or afternoon, morning, something like that. Toodles!